systemic racism, ecological devastation, the war economy, and the distorted moral narrative. And we are saying the time is now.
We spoke with several activists that have organized this rally.
I'm here because poverty is at a point of crisis, an epidemic crisis in the United States right now. Yet our politicians, our public figures aren't doing enough to address it. We have a culture in our society that blames us for being poor.
Well, I guess I've been an activist for a long time, but I've gotten good at playing the game of looking like I'm not in poverty, but I'm on the edge of poverty. This has become kind of a country of the haves and have-nots, right? And I guess I've become more keen at the game of knowing how to look like I'm middle class when maybe I'm struggling a little bit more than it looks.
At the age of 18, I became homeless and began a chronic period of homelessness in the Baltimore city system. For 4 years, I waited for housing and there was nothing. Finally, after 4 years with a new mayor and 4 years of struggling through homelessness, I got an emergency Section 8 voucher. Though it was much better, my living conditions were terrible. I had a bad landlord who refused to fix the leaking roof in my apartment, and because I was receiving housing assistance and they knew I had nowhere else to go, they were allowed to not fix my apartment. These are political issues and these are moral issues. America cannot deny that anymore.
Well, I've been involved in civil rights work since the 60s and was involved in the first Poor People's campaign. So we opened up our church so that the people on the mall who were getting rained out were able to have a place to sleep.
Okay.
So I've been involved in this for a long time, and it's about time that we revisit Martin Luther King's 3 general issues that he raised of racism, militarism, and poverty. And then we've added the degradation of the environment because that's key too.
I'm not aware. Is that place there closed now? The legislation session is over with?
Yes, absolutely. But we say every day that there is extreme poverty in our country and in the state of Maryland. Our politicians need to be working to eradicate it, to fix it. And so, people don't get a day off from being poor. And so our politicians shouldn't take a day off from working to fix these problems.
50% of the people in this country went on strike for a week. You see how the teacher strikes work.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll change their mind. I think we will make them do it if this campaign continues to grow the way it needs to.
This action is going to go on for the next 6 weeks, and on June the 23rd, there'll be a gathering in Washington, D.C. From all the different states and areas that's involved.
Martin Luther King said civil disobedience was the best way to make a social change, and I believe that.
Talking about this in coffee shops, barber shops, school, church, etc., right? We want people to be paying attention to this issue and saying, okay, what are we going to do to tangibly change this?
Thank you for joining me at this rally, and we'll continue to follow this activities. And thank you for joining The Real News. I'm Eddie Conway.